How about now? How about now? Thumbs up in the... You guys got audio now? Good, I said a bunch of things I didn't want on stream, so... Had to get all the golf clubs out. I haven't even swung a club today, so you get to miss all of that rambling on about needing to warm up and how bad I played in the last tips round. I also said hi to Razor, hey to Sean. So you guys missed that too. What's up, Adam? I'm gonna try to get like 30 swings in. I usually try to get to work to a 7-iron when I come out here, and if I can hit to the 7-iron like my normal ball speed, then I feel like I'm warmed up. But inevitably, what I find in the sim is like it takes 15, 20 shots before I'm ever getting full ball speed. Be like a goldfish. Oh, there we go, off the rock. Does that affect sound at all when I do that? No? Is there any range or like, you know, bird or environmental sound on? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, there's the ball. I was gonna say, you don't hear like the birds chirping or any of that. Anybody tried out this new range yet on GSPro? It's honestly ridiculous how awesome it is. I gotta open a window. Hot in here. That will help. It's like 30 degrees out. 38 degrees out. Still building a new setup? Yeah. Well, you'll try it soon enough. Do you have a goal for finishing the new setup? A date? I actually feel pretty loose, honestly. This is... If I can get 112 out of an 8-iron, I feel pretty warm for ball speed, or 120 out of a 7-iron is what I look for. Turf not shipped yet. Did you ship direct to yourself, or how'd you end up getting it? I don't know if screen should be there Friday. Nice. Well, that's some progress. Webcam putting, you need some help with it, Razor? We need to figure that out. No read. So I figured out what happened to me last night with my webcam putting. I'm an idiot. So I've got a Logitech, it's like a face light that you'd normally use. I have them on my cameras. You can sometimes see them when I leave them on over here, but they light up like your face. They're like little square lights. And I have one up next to my webcam that just shines straight down here. And you can control like the color and the what do you call it? The white balance on them, basically, is what I would call it. I don't know. It goes from warm light to bright light. They were both my lights, the one that sits by this camera to light up this way, and the one that lights up my webcam putting, were set to soft white, which is like a yellow, or sorry, orange, orangish white. And when I, after the stream got over, I went and looked at the mask settings just to check them, and that orange color coming off of those lights caused the false reading. I changed them to white light or daylight, like in the 6,000K range, back to flawless readings again. So the webcam putting screw up last night was all because I had these two lights in the wrong color. My own fault. But it shows how important lighting can be when it comes to webcam putting, and having it be consistent. Floor projector. Okay. Amazed how sensitive the webcam is to light. Yeah, I think different ones are even more sensitive than others. Yeah, pin light, especially if the pin light doesn't have a color setting to go from like white to, like I was just talking about with you know, the soft light to bright white. If you've got to be able to manipulate that, because if you have soft light or orangish light, it reflects off the green turf, and it'll cause like this kind of fraying on the perimeters of the pin, and you get a lot of misreads with the webcam putting. It's actually hard to set up webcam putting with a pin light unless it's like a soft dispersion pin light that lights up like a whole area. Floor projector, back to that. I can probably show it here on stream. Chunked that. Yeah. Okay, that's feeling pretty good. Let me see if I can show you quick on stream. I get a lot of questions about it. What that looks like. Let's see here. I have master scene. I don't even know what this is going to end up showing you. Webcam USB. Okay, so you see my screen there actually looks washed out. It's because of the white balance on the camera behind me. If I were to change the brightness of it, you wouldn't believe how bright my screen is. But let's look at this one for once. This is a view you guys don't normally get. All right, so let's see here. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll just show it from this view. Okay. Yo, so this is right above me. I've got a camera. Let's see if I can get this one to go. 2. There we go. So there you go. So if we zoom in, you can see right now my webcam light. That doesn't show you that very well though, does it? Because of the webcam light. You can see my projector back there. That's my floor projector. Let me shut the webcam light off for you quick. Sorry for those of you who don't want to see this, but we're going to take a second and do it before we get going. Shut that light off. That'll help. You can see I've got it on a projector at probably close to I don't know what that would be. It's greater than 45 degree, mounted downwards, and the cables are a mess right now because I just rearranged them all. So ideally, I would get all those wrapped up. And then I do have a cable running to that pin light that's not even connected to anything. So it is what it is. I take for granted that you guys don't see this on stream that often, so haven't even tightened it up. I guess I never show it on stream. That's the light on my ceiling back there, but there's my main projector. There's my floor projector, and there's my webcam putting with a Logitech light pointing straight down, and I've just taped like a shield around it to prevent it from casting light anywhere else. So you're seeing my webcam putting mounted to an old projector mount in front of my projector as low as it possibly can, so it's just below the lens of this projector. So you'd think that projector would hit it. It doesn't. It's just below the arc of it. And then behind that is the floor projection right there. And then I have an outlet in the back corner there, and then I have an outlet there, or two outlets up there. And then I have a big pass-through and a conduit. So I do have another outlet on this back wall. Let's see here. Back here, that has a conduit to it. That's just a little bug deal in case bugs come, but that would run all the way through. I have a PC on this wall. There's the camera you see in the stream all the time. There's my stream manager on that TV, along with my Wi-Fi. There's my gameplay TV. There's another TV, and then I have another camera over here. I never use it. You guys don't ever see that. So should be able to replay that if you want to see it again. Hope that was helpful. I couldn't see the chat while I was doing that, but okay, so yeah, I've got a projector pointing down, and that's where the floor projection comes from. How do I get it square? It is a keystone adjustment, so it does come out and it fans out like this, and then I have a keystone adjustment on the projector that tightens in the sides, and so then it's just in this square spot. So I had to get it tilted at enough of an angle and close enough to me that I had enough room to make the keystone adjustment. Because if I was too slanted, like you said, you can't adjust that much keystone. So you almost have to treat it, you have to use the same charts as if you were to go to like Projector Central and figure out how high or low you can mount your projector. If you can only mount your projector, let's say 50 inches above center on Projector Central, well then if center is right here, you have to mount it within 50 inches straight up above that center point, because that's all you're going to get for keystone adjustment. So you kind of treat it like your room is flipped on its side, and your screen is here, and your back wall is there, and your ceiling is there. So just kind of twist the way your mind thinks on how you mount the floor projection, if that helps. So the screen you see on stream is just projected, is OBS. So that's OBS because my camera in the back is so sensitive to low light that you'll see during the stream, the floor will be adjusting the lighting because it's trying to keep my subject lit. So as I come close to you, what it would actually do is wash out the screen. And as I get over to here, it would want to focus in on the screen, but then that would dim me. So you'll see what looks like my floor lighting changing. It's really just that camera trying to keep the light even on the subject, which screws up the way my screen looks on the stream. So in order to make it a viewable experience without putting me like in the side corner of the screen, I overlay what you see using OBS so you get a clean full image. Yeah. Yep, so cool. See, these are the things that these are the things that have been fun about streaming these rounds instead of just playing them. Because stuff that could take, half a day or a couple days to make a video on, guys might just be slightly curious about, and I can just show you on the stream. So I kind of like these for that reason. Keep going. I actually feel really warmed up. I'm gonna hit some drivers and then we're just gonna go. But my PC in the corner over there, behind me, actually does like half the lifting, and that's a whole nother conversation. But I have this PC running GSPro, and then I have that PC, you know, running internet. It runs actually the game stream from this PC, similar to if you had like a gaming PC in your basement and you wanted to just have a lightweight PC out here. It's, you know, I have it set up in a way that it allows me to kind of mirror and use the power off of both of my lightweight laptop and my heavy duty gaming PC. So I kind of have it set up both ways right now. I had guys asking me if they could have a gaming PC in their basement, and I think the best example I had was one of their kids, they had built a gaming PC for their kid in their basement, and they wanted to know could they utilize the power of that gaming PC, leave it in the basement, and have the connector and the device out here and run GSPro out here. And the answer actually is yes, you can do that. You could put a really lightweight machine out here and connect to your gaming PC through the network and send all the signals through the network to GSPro. And then out here in this room, let's say that PC was in a different room, you would basically just be viewing the stream of what's happening on that PC in the basement, and your device in this room would just be sending all the data to that PC in the basement. You'd never know the difference. But all right. Real world handicap, it's way different than it is in the sim. So real world, I think this year I ended around 3. Real world's much harder than the sim, I think. It's, you know, I always try to, I mean, my goal was always to, you know, try to play to scratch. I have before, but I don't play a lot outdoors. The sim has really kind of brought back playing golf for me just due to time constraints, honestly. But yeah, I played about a 3, I think on USGA if you go to the gym. It's not good enough. My brother plays to plus and he's younger than me and I want to beat him. Sim's supposed to help me do that, but we'll see. I don't know. It hasn't. Maybe next year I'll start realizing the improvement. All right, can we hit the driver tonight? That's the question. That's better. No, it 3's, I'm happy with that. I mean, seems like every year golf gets harder and harder. And I never play as much as I want, being here in the Midwest, having a family, job, all that stuff, so. Actually feels pretty good. We're not warming up today. I feel like somebody else asked about seeing that mount or seeing this side earlier, so hopefully it wasn't just for the one. That should be pretty good for a few of you. Just feel late there. I hate that feeling. No, and in the sim, I think my like sim handicap, it's like combined on the SGT, might be my combo handicap might be like a -3 or well, they call it a -3 on there, but it'd be like a +3, I guess, in real life. Are you talking crispy chicken? I see what's up. Are you talking about the connector to the new version? Like I'm using it right now? Which version of the connector are you using? Would be my first question from Springbok. Is it 4.8? And then are you opening up GSPro first prior to opening the connector at all? See, that's the shot. I've hit 3 of those like that. All right, one more and we're just gonna deal with that miss. That thin cut. So Crispy, have you tried opening up GSPro first? Wait until you see that API window kick open and be visible on your screen. Then and only then, after you see that and GSPro is running, open up the Springbok connector. So I have mine set to auto open everything, but the trick is, the thing is, when auto open is set, if you already have GSPro open, it will skip the execution of opening GSPro and it'll just go straight to trying to connect. I do think you have to have, if you do manually connected, you need to connect to your launch monitor first, then connect to the API button, and it should go. Are you having it where it just freezes all together when you hit connect on the GSPro button? Is that what it is? Have you tried just going into the GSPro settings and click reset GSPro Connect? Oh, that was good. All right, we're going to start in a second. First, I'm going to pull that up really quick. So have you tried going into here and clicking on game settings and going to system, and right down here, clicking reset GSPro Connect after you open the connector? And then once you reset it, the API window should open back up. You should have, this window pop up. And then on your connector here, make sure you're connected to your Rapsodo first and then hit your connect button. That would be my questions that I initially would want you to troubleshoot. If none of that's working, have you tried downloading a whole new version of Springbok's connector? All right, Sim Golf Tournaments, Tips Tour, ready for me to look like a fool. Yellow, 7,200 yards, long day. It's gonna be a long day. 4-foot gimme circle, so they give us 1 less foot for gimmies. Makes chipping everything harder. 13% on the stimp. Soft fairways, so nothing rolls out. Green firmness normal, that's good. Breezy on the wind conditions. Scoring assistance, putting is on hard, so all your speeds and tracking towards putts need to be really close to on. You can't have anything that's off or you'll miss the putts. So all that said, and when I was doing all that moving around, my connector crashed, so we're reconnecting. You can see with GSPro already open, this connected right away. Putting was already open, so that said it was running right away, and then it pulled my launch monitor in. So I am ready to go. And we'll get the player detail at the top. Turn these lights off and go struggle. Yeah, to all those questions. Except when I reset the connector, it should still come back up red, right? Let's see here. When you reset GSPro connector, the API window should come up red, and then you should have to hit, you know, the connect button on the, it works. See, I fixed it. What'd I tell you? You just gotta come watch the stream more often. We got it. We got it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, cool. So 2,500 feet elevation. Somebody knows how to calculate distances when you're at 2,500 feet. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume it's like another club. Shame on me for playing the tips tour and not having a game plan for what to do with elevation, I guess. Trying to catch me in ball speed. Oh yeah, I got all excited the last time I played tips tour. I had a 170, and there's these achievements on SGT's website. So if you go to the Sim Golf Tour, you get these badges. You get badges for different achievements, different things that you do. Ball speed's 1, and then I noticed 170 is like level 2. Like, how am I ever gonna get, what is it, 180, 190? That's not in the cards for me. I need to talk to some of those baseball guys, have something shipped to my house to get there. All right, here we go. Tips Tour, Estancia. This is an awesome golf course. Scottsdale, Arizona. John, I always swing hard. It's kind of the downside. It's the death of me a lot of times. $158. You'll get it. You can legitimately speed train to get to higher speeds. I mean, you can come out and swing over and over and get there. All right, 154 down 3, 151. What do we think today? Is it illegal to solicit advice from the stream? Is we gonna get? I'm 1,000 feet higher. It's got to be at least 5 more yards of carry. These pins are in stupid spots. The greens are wicked firm. Let's just go there. I'm gonna hit 9-iron here, and it's like if I swing like 145, I feel like half club. Yeah, I was thinking kind of the same thing. 5 yards or so maybe. 9-iron, 154. Pulled it. Stay there. Probably like where you're supposed to hit it on the tips tour. I was watching other guys and they were talking about how it's not like the Pro and the SGT where you can't just go after everything. It's about giving yourself more birdie putts. I think the last time I played the tips tour, oh, I need to turn my lights on. Good story, wasn't it? I think the last time I played the tips tour, I don't know, felt like I had 100 putts. Okay. Happy to hit the green, pick a certain spot. There's a lot of rounds where We all feel that way. All right, downhill 10 inches, 34 feet, so this is like 24 feet. But it's on stimp 13, so hit it lighter than that, I guess. Here we go. I smoke it. Come on. Yep. This is the death of me. All right, hang in there with me, people. We gotta figure out this stimp 13 thing. Uphill 3, 18, so 21. Nothing like an 18-footer after your first putt. We need that to happen all day. That's what we need. 0.0116. Got it. That's gonna be 0.1%. That's it? Oh, elevation in feet. So if it's 2,000 feet, you're making my brain hurt. 2 yards? 2 yards per 1,000? Is it? What's the simpler version of that? I can't think about that. I'm totally gonna screw that up. What do we just go for the green here? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Long, rough, short-sided? Yeah. Find out. There we go. That's gonna hook really bad into the wilderness. Oh, hit the rock. Okay. Deep, rough, short-sided. We talked about this before the round started. Come on. So if I just can land it up top there. Downhill lie. Deep rough. This is probably what the guys on the tips tour that win don't do. Okay, 34 yards, deep rough. What do I do? Hit it 45 yards maybe? 45. Hit that 62 on the raw. Seems surprising, but okay, left-hand lie. Fast greens. 11 yards. Sit in there. Come on. Got a battle for all these holes. We'll check after this one what the leader's at. I don't really know. So 2.3 yards is what you're saying for 2,300 feet. That's it. Ball's gonna fly 2 yards farther. What do you guys think? Is that enough? Depends on how hard I hit it, right? Okay, 6 feet, 5. I'm gonna sweat every one of these putts. Woo. 2.3 yards. That doesn't seem like enough, but I trust the research and the math. Okay, so the leader is 16 under. These guys are nuts. Maybe we can do that, I don't know. That's after 2 rounds, I assume. .213 into the wind and cross. So compared to 0 elevation, 0 feet, sea level, 2,000 elevation is a 2-yard difference. That's got to vary per club too, to get even more complicated, doesn't it? We're gonna get 5-iron here. Got hot air balloons. Ho hum. Ho hum is actually the name of this game, I think, on this tour. Ho hum with some birdies. That was hit so well. Be the right club. Sit. 213, that's a good one. Air density, same for all clubs. I'm loving the physics. I think that's true. I'm going to agree with you. Still going to call it a half a club all night, I think. Let's see here. Did you guys see when they played that tour event in Colorado? It might have been like Tour Championship or the one before. Somebody posted on Twitter like the yardage sheets that the manufacturers give to each player, basically showing like how much further their stock yardages will be from both wind and elevation. Like they handed it out before the tournament started. Okay, 19 feet down, 3. Little taparoo. Yes. Oh, we made a birdie. Let's not get too excited. But that was a good birdie from on a par 3, 213. Okay. Darn air density, right? Okay. Go here. I feel like I've hiked that mountain right there. I don't know which one it is, if it's Pinnacle Peak or what that is. Stu, howdy Stu. All right, 302. Did not feel 20 yards offline, but it's gonna be good. Go. Just in the rough. Just in the rough, which on the tips tour stinks because the greens are hard, so you need all the spin you can get. All right, 177. Calculate 0.001 into it. Go with, get the wind at my back. 8-iron maybe? Kind of feels like a crazy choice, but if I hit this 165, will the wind and the rough release it to that hole? I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right. 8-iron here. I don't think it is enough. Just get there. Ah. Should have got my calculator out. Okay. This looks fun. Uphill, 23 inches. 19 times 3, we're doing all kinds of math tonight. 38, 57 plus another 23 is 80. Put this like it's 80 feet and kind of guess on the break. Okay. Super exciting here. Not very good. Go. Okay. Stuart, you missed. I showed a little bit of the TV wall and the projector mounts up on the ceiling along with some of the outlets. And if you had in mind that I had all my cables neatly tucked, well, I hadn't been planning on showing them on stream tonight, and I readjusted them not more than a couple weeks ago and haven't really cleaned them up yet. So check earlier in the stream, you can see that. All right, 12. This is a tough one. 12 with 3 breaking. All right. Come on, break. Oh, a little overread. You know, Patreon for kids courses. I tell you what, the thing that has really grabbed my kids and been fun to play with them out here is the Operations 36 stuff. I'm not on any of the Patreon stuff. There's probably some really good ones on there that I maybe don't necessarily know about, but my kids love the Operation 36 stuff. They also like the one that has, it's like is it a Halloween one? It's got zombies or whatever else walking across it. And then the putt-putt ones they like, but Op 36 has been the most fun to play with them. It just keeps the shot count down for them and they feel like they're hitting it about the same as the rest of us. But no, I don't know necessarily any Patreon ones. Maybe somebody in the chat does. I feel like I should explore the Patreon world a little bit more and get into some of those courses. I think I'm missing out on a lot of what GSPro has, not being in that Patreon world. Op 36, yeah, you can have as many as you want. You can play it like a normal round. And then, you know, like, so my one kid is a level 4. My daughter is a level 2, and then my boy is a level 3. So I have a 2, 3, and a 4, and then I used to be a 10 until when I upgraded to the new GSPro. I couldn't read the button above the name, and it's the reset button, so I reset my status. So I'm a level 1 at all of the Op 36 courses again at the moment. So yeah, you can make Op 36 a family affair. You can get everybody on it. It's actually even fun to have friends come over and play it. I played with my dad too, because you're always trying to figure out what tee box to pick for people. And if you play Op 36, as soon as you beat a tee box, as you know, you move back to the next hardest tee box. Once people kind of find their spot where they're shooting 38s and 39s, and so are you, you're all at kind of the same level. You've got a kind of an even playing field on the day, and you're fighting. Everybody's fighting to shoot 36. So it's a pretty fun concept. All right, 143. You gotta open a door up and get some air moving in here. It's hot. 143 pitching wedge. I'm going to aim kind of towards the middle a little bit and hit a pitching wedge. Wind at my back. I swung too easy, darn it. Go. Hot air balloon right over top of us. I had a good chance there, just needed to swing full on that wedge. Last hole felt like a bogey. It must have been a par 5. Still 1 under. That's the other thing. This is... I'm at that time of year where my mini split wants to start kicking heat on, and I don't need it to do that yet. I think my PC could heat this room. Okay. 47 up 7. Breaking right. All towards the end. Would you need foam under it? I don't think you would. No, I don't think you would need foam on it. I think it gives it a little bit of a squish. I mean, which foam are you talking about? Are you talking about the pink insulation foam that I have in there, or are you talking about like the rubber tiles? All right, 54 feet. I'll treat this like that. 54 feet. Stretch, come on. Par. We will take pars today. So like my money putt, I've got my old room flooring below it. I'm in 14th at 1 under right now. That's kind of cool. Heck of a putt. Thank you. Trying to get these speeds right on the stem 13. The rubber tiles. So you have plywood now, debating foam or not. I've seen guys use carpet pad. It's cheaper than, say, the foam. You should kind of look that up a little bit. So like dense, like a high traffic carpet pad, if you're trying to raise it. I mean, if you've already got it the height you want it, I mean, you want to match it up to the rest of your area, unless you're doing just the whole area and cutting out a spot for your hitting strip. Then it's really up to you. I've seen a lot of guys do carpet pad because it just gives it a little bit more squish, a little softer, especially if kids are going to horse around on it. Or, I mean, my kids come in here and roll around and play all the time. So how far is this? 342. Underlay is cheaper. Underlay is like what I'm talking about, carpet pad. Is that the same thing? Or am I using a poor industry term? Because like I know the tiles, the foam, the EVA tiles are kind of spendy. Yeah, underlay, carpet pad, underlay, same thing. But I've seen people do that. You can get that really cheap from like a local flooring store. That's not good, guys. Get past the dirty stuff. Oh, it's really good. I did not mean to cut it that much. Just wait to speak and act like I meant to do it, huh? Oh, let's see here. $44. 45, so Hit too hard. God darn it. That was terrible. Should have practiced a few of the wedges on the range. No touch right now. First hole, what I needed to hit 35. I hit that one like 60 out of that deep rough. This one was 45. I hit it 55. Nah. Okay. Breaking right, then right. Kind of guessing, honestly. Left. Yeah, I don't even know. Downhill 24 inches, it's 40 feet. So I hit this like it's 10 feet maybe. Okay. We'll see. Oh man. Oh, what a birdie. How was my day? I had a good day. Busy day. How about you? Again, I've got 4K cables. A lot of guys would tell you to run 8K, especially if you're gonna run them in a wall and you're worried just about future, tech. Why put in the, it's like when Cat 5 was out there, you wanted to have Cat 5e or 6, Cat 6, whatever it was. Make sure you're not outdating yourself from the beginning. But, I mean, in this world, in order for us to change cables, what do we need? We need our projectors to go up to that. We need our GPUs to go up to that. So, do you need to do it? Is it good for future planning? Probably yes. Do you need to? Depends on how long you're going to keep that house, that sim, that place, and if you're going to really upgrade that far. Okay, 171. I don't know. Does that make sense? The way I have all of my TVs split, running the HDMI splitters I have, which are cheaper than the really expensive ones, so that I can mirror any screen to anywhere, I have to run the same resolution on everything. So if I'm going to run, 2K on one TV and I got 4K on the other and 1080 here, when I run that HDMI split, the signal coming in is going to split out to the lowest value of reception due to the quality of my HDMI splitters. So you can buy $800,000 splitters and then not have that issue, but the ones I have are under $50. So I run everything in the room at 1080p and nobody complains. YouTube TV barely has any streams over 1080 right now anyways, only a couple of them, and that's where I get most of my TV source from. All right, downhill 11 to 160. This is an 8 iron. The wind's into me. This should be close. Get up. There we go. Okay. Leave my door open for 2 minutes to let it cool down. I gotta fly in here now. We fly watch. Yep, there he is. He's gonna annoy the shit out of me. Okay, we'll go there. 9'8", uphill 2 inches. Oh, come on. Just a little bit of an overread. Or hit it just a little too hard maybe. Shoot. That was a hole to get a birdie on. Okay. All right, wind in and off the right. I think I got it. Might have been a mosquito, actually. Had to hit myself to do it. Go there. Hole 8. What golf balls? I got the Rapsodo RPT balls, so they're Callaway Chrome Softs. Pretty much have to use them with this thing. Sounds like I've got a box of the new Pro V1s coming. So it'll be fun to see the difference between those and these. But basically I've got to use the ones that have ball dots on them with the MLM2 Pro. That way I get the spin data accurately when I'm playing. So really only have one choice, and they're 70 bucks a dozen. Kind of spendy. But at least there's no water hazards in here, I guess. I don't have to worry about losing them. 133 into me. When you get your Pro Tee, you can use it. I would love to get a Pro Tee. I think that's the one I would like. Is that what you've got, Sean? All right, 133 into me 10. A little bit of a pull, but it should be pretty good. Yeah, everything you see on the floor is projected. 100% of what you see. So this would just be plain green without the projector. So what I did was I mapped out where my Rapsodo MLM2 Pro read shots from, and then I visualized that with a floor projection scene, so that I never had to worry about checking the app to see if I was lined up or if I was putting the ball in the right position. I basically gave myself a visual for where that hitting spot would be. Yeah, so then it switches to webcam putting when the putter comes up. And you can only do that when you have the Springbok connector right now, at least for the MLM2 Pro, because he's got the minimize window function, which you need for OBS to get it to disappear, versus the hide window function. We're gonna go with this. It says it's uphill, but yeah, I guess it is. It's uphill. 9 inches, 21 feet, so 30 feet. Hit it. Oh, I got lucky. I got lucky. I smoked that. I'm putting it like it's 11 stemp. Good thing we had the line. Went from the Mevo to the Pro Tee. That's why you did your rebuild. Yeah, I mean, the chipping is the one thing, right? Chipping and short chips. The Mevo, all of the lower end launch monitors have trouble, radar base have trouble differentiating those lower speed shots. So camera base really saves, really gives you a better margin of error indoors, it seems like, on the lower speed. Oh, well, on all shots, I guess it gives you the best variety. Putter is on fire. It is. I'm glad I'm picking the right line for maximum speed. Let's see, 340. Bunkers are about right there. Tried to give it a little more there. I'm just glad I don't want to say it, dare say it. I'm starting to hit the ball down the line finally with the driver a little bit. It's been a struggling couple of weeks for that. No, you have all the bridges, yeah. No kidding, right? 263. Wind into me. I'm gonna need all the 3-wood. I just don't know if it's worth banging it up there. Unless I know I'm gonna hit it. Look where that pin's at. I mean, I guess we just try it. We do it. What are we talking about? All right, 3-wood. Yeah, no. Don't say it out loud for sure. I already did. All right, 3-wood here. Oh, that was hit good. That's a lot of ball speed for a 3-wood. Go. A little more. Not a bad swing. Just not the best place to be either. 58. I got an uphill lie, a right lie. I don't even know how close I can get this, if I can get it over the lip of the bunker or not. Let's try. Open up the 60. Spin. Nah, not bad, I guess. Those are so hard to judge. Okay. Downhill 3 inches. Braking pretty good. 12.5 feet. They always the same. There's usually 4 pin places per course. You know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday pin locations. So the designers make them up, but I think, you know, those are usually the 4 that they make. And yeah, so they would switch every hole would have a new pin. It would have four potential pin locations. 12 feet. Taparoo. Come on. Oh, sit. I barely touched that. Go off the green. Okay. Played way too much brake on that last one. And then way too little there. That was a bad 3-putt. Oh well. Three-putt from 12 feet. Who was telling me my putter was hot? What was... I guess that makes up for the accidental bomb I made a couple holes ago. All right, 345 uphill, 17. Good night, boys. Good night, Sean. Thanks, man. Have a good night. All right, let's see here. $278, $345. That felt really hooky. Sit there. Lucky. All right, 152 uphill. $160. This pin's kind of gnarly there. I want to get it back there though. All right. Even B doesn't remove this one. Ball's sitting fine there. I really can't see though. Would be really nice to be able to see here. I guess we're gonna go with that, and we can't see, so give it a try. All right, I think. What clubs am I hitting again, Stu? So I've got Titleist CB, Titleist CBs, and then I got Vokey wedges, the SM10s, and then I've got the QI 10 driver in 3-wood, and then a really old kind of trusty hybrid. All right, so we want to hit just a short one here. That sucks not being able to see. Shouldn't have hit it there. Okay. All right, 12'3", downhill 1. No. We're giving a couple back. Bogey, bogey. Still one under, which for me on the tips to it, if I can shoot around even, I'm going to be thrilled. Not to set the bar low, but we're in 15th place right now. 3 birdies. We just made 2 back-to-back bogeys. All right, 130. Let's hit a good one here. This would be nice. 130. That was so good too. What the world? Come on, MLM. Guess it's a practice swing. It felt good as well, I guess. No complaining. Oh, sit. Darn. Come all the way to the front of the green now. Carry raw 126. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't downhill. Hey, that was, I guess that's not bad. So raw carry 126 at elevation it went 140. That was 14 more yards. I don't know about our 2-yard calc. Getting oh, why did that carry 14 yards further than at sea level? Sure there's a good reason, but here, 19. Oh, Drifter, hey, what's going on? QI10, what loft is mine? Mine is a 8% or an 8 degree QI10, but the shaft is ridiculously stiff on it. I guess sometimes I wonder if it's too stiff, and that's why sometimes I overhook it. I'm not entirely sure. I got fitted for it. 19 feet down. Taparoo. Little taparoo. Come on. Birdies are back. Yes. Drifter comes and we got some birdies coming. So there we go. Tin Cup's last hole in Joe's league. Yeah. That stinks, man. But you got connected, right? Got connected, but you just tin cupped his last hole in Joe's league. Oh, there was one of his events where I took like a 9. It was certainly feels not great when you're playing a league with your homies and then you gotta post a 9, but I guess that's golf. Is that last week's event? I don't think I played that well in that event. I'm trying to think which one it would have been, because his run, they expire tonight. Joe's expires tonight, and there'll be a new one. An 11, yeah. We need Joe to give us an auto concede of like double par, so we don't have to, so that can be the worst it can get, right? All right, 307 downhill. Thin and cutting. How it felt, and it's doing that. So, sit in the rough. Which course was that again, Crispy? I'm trying to remember which one it was. It's been a little while since I played it, because I played it right when it dropped. 192. Was it the Japan course? I think I hit it in like the deep rough gorse bushes a bunch of times. I think if it was the Japan course. 192. Feel like I had trouble off the tee there, yeah. Okay. I went -3. Okay, I didn't do that bad. I did good there then. That one actually, yeah, okay, I did okay there. No! This hit so bad. So bad. Okay. No big deal, we're just in the deep rough. And we gotta go minimum 27 yards. What if I hit this like it's 35, I think? I don't know. I hit it like it was 27. Oh. All right, we gotta chip this in. Chip in for the stream, come on. There's no chance hardly, but yeah, I can dream. Go. That wasn't bad. So there is, I don't know if it's new or if it's always been there, but there is I think it's new. There's a button, it's B, yep, press B. And I think it's called like cut camera or something. But I believe what it's doing is it's like just cutting everything from the camera view forward so you can see. Earlier this round it didn't work like on a rock, but seems to work most times. Pretty handy. Yeah, press B. All right, 4'9". Close my eyes. Oh, thank you. Just a bogey. Just a bogey. All right, we're still one under. I gotta get back to those birdies. I would love to go play this course. Would be a fun one to play. $13. Thin, but should cut. No, cut more. Don't like that. The deep rough out here has been brutal. See, yeah, I don't know if that that feature, if B is new. I know there's always been like hide objects, but I don't think it worked the same as what B does. Maybe Drifter can confirm that, but 137, 140. What do you guys play deep rough? Like 20% off? All right. Blue light, green light. Doesn't want to read it. It's 2 tonight. Yeah, 20% took off. %. Play deep rough 30%. I probably should have done something more like that there. 16 yards. Gosh, I just don't have those short trips in me tonight. Haven't been as good as what they have been last couple days. Gotta get back to hitting greens. $12.6. I feel like I've been overreading these tonight, but I'm gonna go with this. 12.6. Underread it. Darn it. That's in sea level in UK. We were talking, Jay, were you here when we were talking about how much elevation affects ball flight? Back to even par, 21st place. This course is at like 2,300 elevation. And so we were discussing earlier, how does that compare to sea level? I think we came up with like 2 yards. Is there a cost to playing these? A yearly cost. So it's a yearly fee to play on the SGT, but it keeps all your stats, has all the tournaments. I think it's like $80, and then if you want to play in private leagues, it's another, I don't know, I think it's around $100 or so, US. It's 2.3 yards is what we came up with, yep. There we go, that was better. Wow, they got the water tucked up by this guy. What do I do? I go for it here? We put a poll in the chat. Do I go for it? I think I got it. I don't know. Why do they put you at that mid-level layup thing? That's gotten me so many times. Okay, 282. Free wood, wind helping. Downhill. Ah! Again, I don't think I play like they advise. I don't know. Oh, man. All right, next options. Across the lake. Back where I was or right here. We'll drop it here. Just a little too much draw on it. I hit it too well. I kind of have been blocking it lately and didn't think I hit that basically perfect for me. I have 151 ball speed on a 3-wood with 12 yards of draw. That's should have aimed better. 21 yards. Roll. Come on, go. Not bad. But gotta go for it on these holes. Can't. I mean, I could. Probably be smart to not, but that wouldn't be any fun either. Okay, I just better not pull it because I think I'm on the edge of where this breaks. 5'5". There we go. Par with a water ball. Take that. Favorite course, GSPro. I don't know. Still 21st place at even par. Looks like -4 gets you in the top 10. I don't know. Do you guys have a favorite course? I had a lot of fun playing that Swiss Alps course I played that had cows everywhere. I liked the how bright it was and kind of a fun course. But I don't know if I have a favorite. That, what is it? It's the one with the wolf, gray wolf, or it's a great course. Fantasy courses. I'll have to play more of those. I've never played golf in Canada. No, I come to Canada. We go to Canada to fish. I'm not actually, relatively all that far from Canada, where I live in the U.S. I'm only like 10 hours north of me by car. But we used to go up there to fish every year in Ontario, which is right above me. .145 wind into me, 9 iron. I meant to hit a draw, I didn't. Tobacco Road. So I think I watched, who is it? I watched a YouTuber. Is it Luke, maybe? I watched somebody play Tobacco Road, and it was fun to watch. Pretty incredible looking course. Just watching it, in a YouTube video. I would love to. I've played it on GSPro. How cool would it be to play in person? I mean, it's just super unique. 28 feet uphill 15, so 33, 43. Looks like I need to get it up there too, probably. 43. Sit. Kind of stabbed at that. Whistler Nicholas is a great course. Are any of these ones you're talking now? Oh, Tobacco Road's not. Is Whistler Nicholas, is that it's not a fantasy course, is it? Left a part of myself out there on the beach. Are you talking Tobacco Road when you say that, I assume? All right, 5'11", downhill 1. Oh, I was so scared I was gonna hit that all the way down the hill again. Par is good. Yeah, so much sand there, huh? Where's that at? Tobacco Road, North Carolina, South Carolina? That's not where. Am I way off when I say that? 189 playing. North Carolina, yeah. .189. This green is skinny. .189. Sit. I will take that. I know it's not 5 feet, but we're putting. We're hitting greens again. We're hitting greens again. Okay. It breaks at the start and then just doesn't. after that. Mostly downhill. So downhill 14, 20 footer. All right. Taparoo. Come on. Come on. Oh! Almost picked the right line. Whistler Nicholas is real. Is that, where's that at? Are you from out east? Does that make it more accessible, or did you travel out for that? Yeah, you can play online with others, and if you're a part of the Sim Golf Tour, you can even play these Sim Golf Tour rounds with others or together with others. There's the online lobby section in GSPro, like on the main screen, and you just go in there and you can either create a room. I could call the room, you know, bogey 1, and I just give you the name of whatever I called it, and you type it in on your end and just click join. And as long as you're playing the same round, like round 1, in the same tournament, you can play together at the same time. When you're hitting, I'll just see your shot, and it'll say waiting on you, and then when I'm hitting, you'll see me hit, and it'll say waiting on me, and we'll just alternate based on who's farthest out. And you can play the whole tournament together. A lot of guys do it in the SGT Discord. If you go into the Discord right now, you'll actually probably see people playing together in live Discord lobbies or live Discord rooms. And you can go on there and creep and watch people play if you want. Or you can but you can use those rooms to play your SGT rounds, or find matches to play with people online. And you can use it so that you can communicate. Like, say if you and I play together, we could use those rooms to play together. But, all right, 316. There we go. Yeah, because I mean they have it's called like looking for a game or something like that, where people will post like, hey, looking for a game, and you can go into that channel, I think it is, and find people that want to play online, you know, matches, or looking for someone that wants to play, and you can join up and play them. So works out pretty good. All right, 3 wood here. Swung hard. I don't know where that's gonna go. Go. Get up there. Let's go. Ah, that felt good. After hitting that in the water the last time. The last par 5, I should say. Yeah, it picks up the ball so much better when I have this light turned on correctly. Okay. Let's make this. How sweet would that be? Breaking left. Thanks, guys. Only right for like the last inch. What is all this run? You know, I say the part I've been saving to make a video, and I did save every single receipt, and I want to be as like honest as I can about it. I'd hate to fib, but I guess you're saying rough. Launch monitor, what? So with your yearly subscription and a Rapsodo, you're at, let's call it $1,000 once you get balls. Screen, $1,000 probably once you mount it. Hitting mat and flooring, $1,500. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, you can get into the basics of it without having it look exactly like this for 5, probably. But if I count all like my auxiliary stuff, I don't know. Count the computer, the PC, the TVs, projector. Over time, it's probably 10 to 15,000 over time. Oh, I hate to even say it out loud, honestly. 28 up to 5. Break back, sit down. All right, we'll take a birdie. But you can get into like your setup. I mean, I didn't do that all at once. That's over a year and a half, right? And so like to get into the setup and get started, you can get a screen in the $500 range, a mat in the $500 range, and run GSPro off of your PC and a auxiliary screen. And then you can get a projector on Marketplace. My very first projector I got on Marketplace for like 250 bucks. So for under $2,000, you could get set up and be playing just like this. And then over time, it's like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade the projector, or I'm gonna upgrade the hitting surface. And just kind of piece by piece, get into it. All right, 18. We are 1 under. That, I'll be honest, I think I'm pleasantly surprised by that going into this hole. So what I would say is, yeah, just like Drifter said, don't get intimidated by like what it can cost. I mean, you see some people's rooms that cost $60,000, but all of us, or most of us, that didn't just buy a $60,000 room to start, got in for a couple thousand and then upgraded stuff as we went. Stay there. No, so the hitting surface is, this is a projector. So you can see it on my hand. So the hitting surface is a projector on the ceiling pointed down at the floor. So this is all an overhead projector pointing down. The hitting screen is an OBS overlay. So when I stand behind it, you won't see it. But everything on the floor is what you see in the room. I have 2 overhead projectors, one pointed at my screen and then one pointed at the floor. If you go to the very beginning of this video, I think I showed it for the first time ever on YouTube or on the stream. I never really showed that area before. So you could see where the mounts are at. 101, wind at my back. Gotta not airmail this. Stuart, Stu, there you are. I don't know that they are. I haven't heard you in a while. Yeah, you can watch this afterwards. I leave them up. If you go to my live section on my channel, you can watch the lives and clip them. So yeah, leave it up. LOL, Stu. Stu getting lost in the chat. Oh man, he's like, "Are you listening to me?" He's asked like 7 questions. He's the only guy I'm ignoring. I'm sorry, Stu. I didn't know. I haven't seen you. 101. Wind at my back. A little pull there, but just give me a birdie putt. Don't go off. Ah. Kind of a big mound in front of that green. 36 feet, uphill a foot, 40, 50 feet basically. Gotta love it. Gotta love a 50-footer, or what will feel like a 50-footer. So a little putter. Come on, go in the hole. How ridiculous would that be? Circle was actually a win right there. I think that's a great projector to start with. Mine's laser. I think laser's the way to go. I'm gonna play round 2 tonight. I get it if you guys can't stick around, but if you can, love for it. So I'm 1 under, 18th place on the tips tour right now. So 18th place. If you haven't seen that before, how that works, if anybody's on the stream, if you go into the tips tour on the SGT site, Stancia is what we're playing, and you can refresh it, see what all the crazy people shot. 9 under in their first round. We're in 18th right now with a 1 under. Scorecard is live when you're playing, so all that comes in, and then you do get all your stats. So you can get things like, what's your longest drive? How many fairways did you hit? Total feet. I made a ton of putts, honestly. 1 3-putt is all, so that's good. But the other thing people do, and one of the reasons I stream them, is you can go in and take the stream address and you can paste your rounds in here. And when you do that, it'll link it so that people can click and watch your rounds. Oh, you can't see it, but there it is. It'll link it so people can click here. That takes them to your round or to your stream, and that's typically what I do on these. So we'll play round 2. It looks like right now, I don't know if that would hold, but a top 10 would be 3 under on the 2-day at the moment in the tips tour. So we could possibly, hate to say that, maybe get there. But I'm going to play round 2 quick. Round 2 is still 7,200 yards. Greens get even harder, or firmer, I should say. Putting is still in hard mode. Fairways are a little bit harder. They were soft last round. Wind is calm instead of breezy. So some of those holes I had wind helping me. I won't have that anymore. All right. Playing a stanchion now, just doozy, yeah. Tips tour, it would have to be, right? Or are you just playing it for fun? Get set up all down, live streams, both get involved. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome, Stu. Yeah, appreciate it. It is pretty cool how you can do it. I don't know if you've seen how Bob Chung does it. He's one of the better scorers, he's probably one of the top ranked guys on this SGT. But he actually green screens and like lays himself into the course so it looks like he's hitting from the tee box. But if I did, I think if I did that, I couldn't really even see anything in my room other than on a screen in front of me, and I really like seeing it here. Stu, I hate to say I was right. Actually, I'm fine with saying that, I guess. But my guess was that it was the Titleist balls, and it was. So they came out with the Titleist Pro V1 dotted balls for the Rapsodo. Available to buy for the low price of $70 a dozen on the Rapsodo website only. So that was the big announcement today. Which honestly, it's exciting because I don't have to play these Callaway Chrome Softs anymore. I'll be interested in testing or seeing what the differences in the readings are from the Chrome Softs to the Pro V1s. Initially they said they were going to have Pro V1 and Pro V1X, but I didn't see Pro V1X. I only saw Pro V1 on the site today. And I hear you, up in Canada, what are they charging you? Another 35 bucks for shipping, I think it was. And I think the guys in Australia are even having a harder time with it. Oh, pulled. It's pulled. Bunker? No. Okay, we can deal with that. Gotta use club stickers on the IXO. Right. You do. And on that one, do you need ball dots or no, that's the original Unicore product that you need the marked balls for, I think, not the IXO. But the swing camera and the stance or the weight mat are also big positives on the IXO front. When you think about kind of the total package, I guess. I just can't believe it. I mean, for somebody trying to get into a sim, you know, like there was that question earlier, like what do you have into the setup and all that. For somebody trying to get into a sim for the first time, the amount of value that the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro, I think, gives you for $600, or is it $700, $699, is pretty unbelievable. Because I do take my MLM2 Pro to the range, which is fun to bring back and see the insights on it. I think you take it with a little grain of salt, but it does give you feedback. All right, 121. Get up a little. All right, all right. Yeah, and then my floor projection, like, you think it's kind of like a crazy setup. People, a lot of times I think things like the floor projection add to it, to where people will ask, you know, oh wow, what do you have into that? Or that's crazy, what do you do? I think the floor projection adds a lot of that kind of awe or wow. It makes it look really high end. And the thing is, OBS that I do it with is a free program. And the projector that I use for it was made in 2004 and costs $50 on Facebook Marketplace. So it doesn't have to be, it's not actually that expensive to do. All right, 11 feet, imp 13. Yes, all right. Birdie on the first. There we go. And I still have an old projector. My last projector I still have in my garage. So I have a third one. Thought about projecting it just up above these TVs for like games or football games or whatever else. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, Stu. I love having two screens in front of me. One for like content and another for content. When I say content, I mean like TV. And the other one for GSPro, like to be able to look up and see. If I didn't have a window there, I'd probably double the screens over there as well so that people on this side had the same viewing experience. And I think it does look really clean when you have the same exact TV size if you're going to double them up on one of the walls. downhill 13,289. This is that one when we had wind at our back I kind of went for. We'll go there. That was hit so bad. I hit the ground. Oh, it did not do that though. This is gonna cost me. This sucks. Come on. Oh, the MLM2 Pro. That should have been like a drop kick hook. That's so frustrating. I did not have 12,000 side spin with 156 ball speed. Such BS. That should have been just like a chunky driver down the left side. I'm convinced what happens. Hey, good night, man. Appreciate you sticking around. I am burning the midnight oil, yeah. I'm Central Time, so it might be a smidge earlier for me, 11:28. I don't know. I'm convinced on the MLM2 Pro, when I hit the ground early, something happens. I don't know if it's with the T or with something else. It gets confused and misreads the spin. I have no idea what that is or why it would do that. It's very frustrating. Happens rarely, but when you're in a SGT round, you don't get to take it back. That was hit really well. Cost me 2 shots. Darn it. All right, see you, antennas. BC, is that British Columbia? Is that what that is? Antennas BC? No? It's the BC part 4. No. Say you had 20K to burn on a sim. What's the question? Which one do you get? I can tell you 20K can be burned really quickly. I'm frustrated a little bit. Hate that I had a misread there. Feels not fair. Okay, 70 yards. But I don't let my kids say not fair, so I guess I shouldn't either. 70 yards uphill. Okay. It's just like when I had that happen with the webcam putting last night. Gets me all flustered. All right, uphill 16, 32 feet, so 48 feet. That's it. Okay, 6.5 feet, downhill 5, down 6.5 feet. Double bogey. Got robbed by the MLM2 Pro. Gotta love it. I feel like the device should be smart enough to know I didn't give a driver 12,000 RPMs of spin. Can't even get a 60-degree wedge to do that, and it should reject it as a bad shot. I absolutely despise that, hate that it does that, Gosh. Put some software parameters in there that says if spin is over 12,000 and your launch is below 20 degrees, it didn't happen. Or, I don't know. I'm being a whiner. Nobody likes that. Okay, let's see here. 5 iron, par 3, 201. Yeah, I think it is for sure. I mean, I don't know if you notice how convenient it is for me to just do some quick aim point stuff. Switching of clubs, I think the control box is definitely the way to go. Turnkey for 20K. Problem with turnkeys is I think you lose a little bit. I mean, you end up overpaying a little bit for each component along the way, and you get a little less. But I would like to, kind of like building a computer, I prefer to kind of pick out each of my parts. This is jail. Oh, flustered by that last hole. Okay. 36. I think for the money, that Pro TVX is a really good option. 9 yards, just get it out. Sit. That was really pretty good. Yeah, Foresight's got sim in a box. Carl's has sim in a box for almost any of the launch monitor sets. I guess probably your question is more like which launch monitor is probably the most important thing, because piecing together like your enclosure, your flooring, and all the other stuff, I mean, I think you can you don't really need to go sim in a box for that if you don't want to, but you could do it with any of the launch monitors. So, I don't know, kind of like what Stu and I have been talking about, the Pro TV X, I think it is. Great overhead unit, camera, AI, kind of club path data, which is pretty cool. Come on, go in for me. Nope. Double. You could do, I think you could do swing cameras. I don't know if they tie into the Pro TVX software though. It's a good question. That's actually an easy software update. Were you talking about my criticism of the spin thing? I feel like it's an easy software thing too. It's why it makes me so frustrated. Feels like it's a simple if statement. If ball speed's 160 miles an hour and launch angle is not a 60-degree wedge, launch angle is below 20 degrees, 12,000 RPM of spin is impossible. Reject shot out of caution. All right, I'm over it. Thank you for agreeing with me. I'm going to blame that moment for those 2 doubles in a row. All right, let's start playing golf again. Yeah, I don't know. The IXO2 is one I really like because of the add-on cameras, the balance board, weight you know, the weight system that they have, which tells you where your weight transfers are at. Cut more. Sit. The Pro TVX is newer on the market, a little bit less expensive, I think, than the IXO. Is that right, Stu? You've probably been looking into it more than I have lately on those two. Those two are like the top of my mind. I think Foresight has the Hawk. Is it the Hawk? No, what's the new one? The Falcon? That one looks pretty intriguing as well. But it seems like all the Foresight accessories are way more expensive than the other brands. They just seem to get a premium price for almost all their stuff. Literally an easy add-on, yeah. I mean, early on, Springbok built some of that stuff into the GSPro connector, where we would actually correct and reject some of the MLM2 Pro's readings. But when we got it connected to Bluetooth, we removed a lot of those guardrails. Or I shouldn't say we, Springbok did. And we really didn't think we needed to add them back. But we could have the connector reject shots like that. We could put those parameters into the connector, I guess, pretty easily. And not have to, but it frustrates me that Rapsodo doesn't have the launch monitor reject it before it even sends it, because it rejects shots every now and then. It just never rejects that one. All right, 225. I got 4 iron. Felt good. Sit there. Okay, go down. Pro TVX is half of the IXO, yeah. So under 10K, Pro TVX is the way to go. I mean, if you're looking to do a sim spot, as in like commercially and rent it out, we were talking about this last night, I think. I think overhead's definitely the way to go. Something that's overhead. Just less risk of getting damaged, messed with, etc. It's just up in the air. And then it accommodates both right and left-handed players better, typically. So, but I mean, the Pro TVX is new, but it's really, really tempting product. Looks really promising. Sit. Ooh, that was pretty good. It's not bad. I have to try to erase these doubles, maybe coming up on the par 5s. All right, 4.5 feet, scared. No way. Okay. Oh my goodness, Ben. That was for birdie too. Shoot. Okay, we're 2 over. Ah. Oh, it's frustrating. Missed a 4-foot 2 putt. Give myself a 4-foot 2 putt. It's all right. We're still 3 over on this round. We were 1 under on the last round, so we're 2 over total on the tournament. I didn't see what place that has me in, but it'd be fun to place on the Pro Tour, or get some World Golf Ranking points off the Pro Tour. I don't know that I think I maybe have done that Not pro, I mean tips tour. I think I've done that once is all. Cut a little more, there we go. Take that. I know, right? Gotta set expectations low. I mean, triple bogey, it's like, I'm kind of famous for it in the real world, I guess. I'll make 4 or 5 birdies in a round, and then I'll have a triple and a double. Shoot even, shoot one over. The big number always seems to find me. There's usually an erratic drive like that one that was a misread, where I end up taking a triple or a double. Yeah, maybe before long I can rename the channel Double Bogey if we start placing a little bit better. 133. Bounce right, come on. Go down, okay. The TrackMan, I know the marketing stuff they put out on the TrackMan and their courses, it does look pretty stinking cool. I wonder how like their, you know, field of players is, indoor players. I just don't see them as like one of the top indoor models, but maybe they are. I know they just came out with that one that's got, it's overhead and it's setting up to be part of the indoor market. But I don't, I guess, generally view them as their software being a big player in the indoor space, but maybe it is and I'm just unaware. Try that. 19, downhill 2. Good touch, I guess. You expected me to be worse, Stu, or what? I mean, I've had some pretty bad rounds on here. You've probably seen some good ones of late, but I mean, I think my second stream it was on the tips tour. What did I shoot, like 15 over on the 18? That's a triple bogey day. I feel like the high-end big spenders, either at a club, fitters, or studios, is probably true. It seems like everybody that I know locally, friends of mine that I know locally, that play the sim golf stuff like this, for the most part, are all in the GSPro world. Needed to get fairway there, but make this work. For the cost, yeah, on the home user, for sure. And I think the SGT helps, you know, having the Sim Golf Tour and that community on Discord is big for GSPro. $57 uphill 5, 63. Come on, let's try to hit this the right distance. Sit. There we go. That was good. What does this do? 10 feet, downhill 2. All right, 10 feet 6, downhill 2. Birdie. We can still make birdies. Oh, here we go. All right, we're 22nd place, 1 over on the tournament, 2 over on this round. Trackman headquarter in Finland. What do they get for the? What do they get for the Trackman, the new Trackman overhead unit? Is it like the 10K range, or do you know, Stu? Let's see, 177 down into the wind. 567. I feel like this is a 7-iron. Don't know why. We're gonna try it. Well, isn't the standard? Oh, I'm getting nervous now. Sit a little. Oh, isn't the standard track? Stop it! No. Standard Trackman unit's like 17, right? The one that sits way behind the ball, the big square that you see on tour and whatnot, or in the studios. This is tricky. No way. That's crazy. I can't even imagine that, Nolsey. I do have a business email. It is on the YouTube channel. It's trpl.bgy@gmail.com. I don't know. Let's see if we can hit a small little chip with the MLM2 Pro here. These are hard. No way. That, oh no. How is that possible? Okay, we'll try to hit a big chip with the MLM2 Pro here. Darn it. 11 yards. Look at that bowl. I could have just played the tee shot right up behind the hole there. This green is not one to mess with right now. Can't believe I hit a chip shot short enough to not make it to that hole from 8 yards with the MLM. They really did fix the chipping, huh? I know that looks like a lot, but I think that's right. No. Oh, come on. So we've had 3 doubles today. 3 doubles today. Mostly little snafus around the hole. One, that misread off the MLM where it snaps straight right. 885,000. That's a lot. It wasn't that long ago that I got to 1,000 subs, and I thought, this feels like a lot, I'll be honest. So 885, don't know that I have any way to relate to that when you say that. All right, number 8. This isn't a very good ad for the MLM2 Pro tonight. Another misread. It's really not. This is probably number 4 in a couple hours. There we go. That was a good swing. Scaling, yeah. So that's a whole new world. I mean, all of this is a whole new world to me, honestly. It's one of those deals where it's like, started indoor golf, was working on something we were just trying to get this launch monitor to work with GSPro. There's a whole team of us, a whole group of us, community of us trying to get that to happen. And when we finally got it connected, there was a lot of people that saw and wanted help, and I thought, shit, I can make videos and a lot easier than I can answer the same question, a bunch of times a day. So I started making videos, and I guess now I'm live streaming at night because it seems easier than making videos at some level. But that could be good. Go a little, don't spin too much. Yeah, it's gonna spin too much. Still not bad. We gotta hit fairways and greens all the way in, really. .22.9, uphill 6. Break. I did push it. Yeah, 1100 just for the software. Yeah, for sure. TrackMan 4 indoor practice play. 2190, 22,000. Wow. Plus 1100 for software. Yeah. Set up in the basement. No, it's actually in my garage. So my garage was L-shaped. It's a big 3-stall. It's got 2 double doors for like it's a 4-stall, but if you have a 3-stall, it's about the same size as most 3-stalls, 40 wide, and then it came back 40 feet by 20 on one part of it, like an L shape, and the back 20 by 20. I put up a wall, threw in a mini split, and then finished out the room to create this out in the garage. So it's kind of nice because there's nobody above me, beside me. As far as sound goes, there's one wall that's shared with the house that I did soundproof as best I could. And it's unless you're literally in the bathroom next door and I'm hitting drivers on the other side of this wall, there's a bathroom. Unless you're in there while I'm hitting drivers, you can't hear it at all. So That was not the Rapsodo's fault. If that goes out of bounds, that was my own. Stay there. Face wide open. Swung hard. Okay, we got 262. Deep rough. I need to just advance this. Yeah, Madden, Madden, Halo, Call of Duty, any of those types of communities. Not that the community and everybody in it is toxic, but it is pretty easy to be faceless, young kid over the internet and be toxic, isn't it? I think there's part of just that whole situation that sort of breeds that toxicity, but oh, that came out so left. I suppose my lie didn't help, but sit. Sit, come on. No. I mean, the only thing I would say about putting your room in the house in a basement is just insulate above it well. Put resilient channel on the ceiling to separate sound. Double stud the walls, so alternate studs. So 6-inch wide base, alternating studs, so that no part of the sheetrock shares, is nailed into a stud that also shares sheetrock on the other side of the stud. If you got basement wall, that's perfect. So, I mean, basements can be great for it as long as you sound insulate. If you don't sound insulate, I know from a friend of mine who has one in their basement, you can end up just having people that you live with never really allow you to be there because the thump, thump, thump of the golf club is just annoying for them. And so just make sure you properly sound treat. That's all I would say about having one in the house. Sit there. Okay, a little backstop. Roll all the way off the front of the green, would you? No way. This is that tips tour stuff that drives the guy wild. Adam, for sure, man. The updates are awesome. Even just the range and the randomizer and all that is, I mean, that's huge. I have loved that, even just for warming up even. Gosh, it's on a shelf back there. I just did not get it quite there. Top 2K makes the top 9%. Is that real? That's so small, Nosy. I would have thought it was way more than that. 24, 30 inches uphill, 48 feet. So this is like, you gotta hit this like an 80 footer kind of, whatever that feels like in a sim. Here we go. Get in the circle, come on. Oh, it wasn't bad. But I have been sweating these all day. Okay, 4'10". Okay. Know you've been playing SGT, but do you have closest to the pin stuff you might mix in as well? Yeah, I absolutely could. I've just kind of been double dipping, trying to get some world golf rankings and playing the SGT stuff. Which close to the pin stuff you talking about? Like some of the challenges that are out there? under the challenge section. Locking myself in the room till I get a hole in one. I've seen people do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Properly sound treat for, yeah, of course. Yeah, and I think the sound treatment stuff is like, just cannot be overlooked. If you live with anybody who likes to sleep, and if you like to play late and they like to sleep, because the sound of the club hitting the ball is not quiet. Plan beam to be put in, currently drawn 8 feet from wall. Projector. How much height do you have in the basement? .28 will make 100K, no kidding. 100K, yeah, that seems, that's not a number I've even thought about. Honestly, I never really thought about the numbers. Started doing it. Get up there. 10 feet planned. Yeah, yep. 10 feet's good. There are some stuff I think on GSPro for closest to. I need to look at that before I really tell you that. I think the some of the stuff in the challenges section, if you go in there, there's distance challenges. I believe they have leaderboards. But I need to look into it more. I haven't done much of that. Don't worry about it all, Nolsey. This thread is just supposed to be a hangout while I play, ask questions, chill, so not worried about that at all. Your 800K channel taking my 9 viewers. All right, 45 yards. No penalty if I hit this short, so. Be good. Come on. Spin. There we go. You know, I haven't worn golf shoes in the sim yet. I just wear whatever is kind of around. A lot of times my Adidas are like some of my more comfy shoes as far as my feet go. So I don't feel like I lose footing as much in the sim, but then I watch back on driver replays and my feet are everywhere. So maybe that's not true. But I don't typically wear golf shoes in here. Guys do wear them over here though. 5.5 feet. Little taparoo. We've got a birdie. Those are your viewers. Yeah, they're mine. Gosh, that's so crazy. Not at all. Not at all. 140. Ballistic high speed. So is it like high speed slow-mo cameras of like bullets going through watermelons? That's what I just have in my head when I hear it said. Is it like the ASMR of slow motion photography or videography? One second, I'm gonna grab a water. Nailed it mostly. Must be must be a good name then, if that's what it is. Crazy thing about that kind of a channel is I know I watch that stuff. We all watch that stuff, right? It's fascinating to see 700,000 frame per second footage of something moving at supersonic speed through normal stuff. If that's what it is. All right, wedge 9. $140 and is probably on some shelf. Looks like a little backstop. Too much draw? Yeah. Oh, it's a bowl. Should just act like I knew it. Go in the hole. I just need to pose longer and wait for the result. And then pretend I knew it was gonna swing around some bowl at 13 stemp. It does make a difference when the greens are firm and 13. Everything just absolutely rolls versus when they're soft and 11. All right, is that enough? $11 feet downhill to. Hey, is that back to back? Let's go. I think it is. I say that. I don't even know if it is. Yeah, it is. All right. Racing one of the doubles. We're 1 over, 22nd place. Thank you, Nosy. Love it. Got some decorating going on up there. Did you ever, did you build, Stu, did you build the Rolex clock off of Bogey's backyard? Did you say you built one of those? I thought about it. The clock I have up here, my wife thought it looked good, and it was excess from the house, so it just came out here. But a Rolex clock right there would be kind of cool. One of the remind you of like the British Open or one of those events. $317. Hit a rock. Oh no. It's stuck under a rock. Ah, that feels unlucky. Okay. Where are we? Are we in the rock? What is this? Any advice? Here? What the heck? Sim drop? What do you think? Oh man. Hit it and pray. I don't know. We will take our medicine. I guess I'll sim drop it. I just don't know what could happen. Next thing you know, it just like sticks in there. And then you're screwed? Yeah, I don't know how that works. Never had that happen. Shouldn't have hooked it that much off the tee, huh? All right, 176. I hooked it again. That's gonna miss left if it's not red. All right, so that's number 5 on the no reads tonight. Oh, that's the same miss. Should draw too much left. That's okay. $100, yeah. What did I use to create? I just threw it together on Photoshop many moons ago. When I first got started, I figured I needed something there. I thought about Fivering it out or something to somebody and having it redone at some point, but it hasn't been a huge priority right now. But no, I just threw it all together on Photoshop, honestly. It didn't feel like consequential to me when I was first doing it. I just kind of figured I needed something so it didn't look like a blank channel, was all I was thinking at the time. All right, 36 uphill, 16, 42, 52 feet. Break, sit. I'll take that. Bogey off the tee box, so all right, 13. Down to 11. I was gonna say, you know, Reed, that's gonna be cut right down the middle. Felt delayed on the reaction for the sim there. I have to ask Nolsey. I mean, his channel, he said the name and I knew exactly what it was. My channel, everybody thought it was terrible golf. So maybe you're right, Stu. Uh, 98 uphill 10. Should probably look and see if this thing's in oh, it's a false front. So tried to hit a little long and maybe spin it back if anything. And I hit it way long, spin back, come on. That worked out better than I actually thought it would. .12 foot, downhill 3. Are you saying I need a rebranding, Nosy? Is that what you're trying to tell me? All right, 12-3, downhill 3. Come on, go in the hole. There we go. There we go. Birdie, bogey, birdie. Got some birdies here. We've made some birdies. I just kind of went on that double train. So, too many doubles. 319, downhill 10. Par 5, 639. Too much cut, maybe? I aimed to the right side. Did a little. There we go. Into the TBD. Okay, last time I went for this, and we put it in the lake by a yard. This time I don't think I can get there. I don't know if the tee box is further than it was last time, or if it was, all right, cool, Nosy, appreciate it. I'll check it here when this ends. Couple more holes in me. Wrap up this round, and that'll be my night. Thank you so much, Nosy. Appreciate you stopping by, though. We'll be in touch. All right, let's see here. 222, downhill 6. Just laying up. See what the balance pad said there. I about fell forward. Carried further than I thought it would. 120. This looks like it's kind of got a bowl behind it too, honestly. Oh, read it. Why are you so slow right now? M12 Pro went from blue to green and then back to green again. I mean, that felt good though. Just don't want it to spin too much. I know it should be good. Spin a lot. Spin. I think that's the toughest thing. So kind of motivated me to do a little bit to set mine up slightly different. It was like, if I'm going to do it, and this isn't a knock on anybody, because I don't think there's been a lot. I mean, how do I say this? There's a lot of the streams I've watched, even like on the SGT, where even something, you know, that can be as simple as sound, like the sound of the ball being hit and how loud it hits you, or the echo from the room, or the distance from the mic, or whatever, that can make this kind of a stream difficult to watch. Just because if you got your AirPods in or whatever else, like, that's a big part of the experience. So I think that was big for me. And then just viewing experience, and then being able to like see the sim room and not just look like I was in a closet in the corner trying to figure that out. No, it's all me too. I pushed it. So it was a 0.8 degree push. You can see it on the blue line. Bummer. That was a good opportunity. I just pushed it. 5'6". Bang it in. I appreciate that, Stu. Yeah. Yeah, I have another view too, and I don't know if I have shown you it, where I don't really show as much of the room, and it's more of the traditional style. I asked one of the nights if it asked. I think I threw it up and asked if it was preferred, and somebody had said no, the other way was good. So I haven't switched it back. But where I use, there's a camera here and then this, so then it's like both cameras on me, so you kind of see the front of the swing, or I can talk to that camera. And then the GSPro is sort of mostly the full screen of what you see, but you don't really see any other room when I have it set that way. So. Honestly, driving the ball has been getting better. A little bit more control over it has helped a lot. That was a huge handicap the last few rounds I've played. Snap hooking it off every tee. 139. That felt really good. Just don't know about directionally. Sit there. Starting to put some better shots together. Come on. Get in there. What's this do? 7'5", downhill an inch. Ah, man. Sorry for yelling. Sorry for cussing. Golly. The last two holes were such good chances. Bummer. It's two pars in a row that were destined to be birdies. Okay, set hole 16. We are in 22nd place. 206. Wind in. Pin is back. .206. Oh, come on, MLM. I was posing. Throw a shot up. Oh. We can do it again. Come on, man. All right. A little open on that one. Darn it. I feel like there should be, like, you know, like in NASCAR where by the driver's name it says like Chevy or Ford, or I feel like there should be on the leaderboard a little launch monitor symbol by the name. Is that a crazy thought? All right, 29. Stop there. Oh, this is the scariest 5'11" putt. This feels like it can roll off the green if I miss it. Oh man. These are like the ones nobody gives you on the course. Oh, come on. No. Oh. We haven't made the same number of feet as we did last round, which is definitely one of the big differences in score. But 2 over on the event, 3 over on this round. I got to clean those up and not be so afraid of them, I think. But this Tips Tour is definitely a whole level up from the Pro Tour. Seeing these guys shoot the scores on the Tips Tour is kind of blows my mind. That's such a good swing. I aimed left though. I doubt it will bounce out of there, but I would love for it to. Ah. TGL, yeah, when you mentioned it last night, I need to check it out and see what it is all about. It sounds awesome, honestly. I'm excited for a mix-up and something a little bit different in the golf world as far as what's televised. Should come out to the right, right? There we go. Okay, now find not a shitty spot. There we go. Come on. Come on. That's a hard fairway. Wow. When does it start? When's TGL start? 2? $78. Spin. 10,000 backspin. You got to spin a little bit. $16 feet. Flat. Never high enough? Yeah. It's all right, we'll take par. Jan 7, first night. Yeah, I can't. That sounds awesome. Honestly, I can't wait for it. Par 4, 478. Looks like a new match every Tuesday. How does it doesn't obviously, so it doesn't conflict with anything that the PGA Tour's got going on as far as their schedules and where, those players are quote unquote supposed to be at, or whatever the case. No, it's going to that same rock. Go left of it. No, I guess those are different rocks, but that was a bad swing. 160. What did we say? 30% we talked about taking off of these. I think we talked 30%. I'm gonna hit this. 1.5 degrees right. Get lucky. Get up there. Stay there. Stay. Pretty much off season. Yeah, I figure as much. Well, I mean, with how much of a hard time they're given, I mean, they really can't do anything else when they're on the PGA Tour. The live guys are all raving about how one of the reasons they made the decision is because it gives them the freedom to do other things, especially like Bryson with YouTube and just being in charge of their own content. 23, uphill 7, so 30 feet. Oh, sit down, hit a house. Ah, my own fault. 4 feet 1. These would be good on the Pro Tour already. Gotta hit them on the... All right. Do I watch the full swing doc? Yeah, I loved that documentary. I thought that was great. The full swing stuff on Netflix was good TV. It made Zach Johnson not look very good. You remember? I thought Zach, the whole thing with Zach Johnson looked terrible. Grab something quick. Kind of made you wonder what he was even thinking. Honestly, when it came to Keegan Bradley, just looked like a good old boys switcheroo is what they did. Season 3 should be great. Yeah, I like season 1, season 2. The way they did that was really cool. Got a lot of people that weren't really in the know for golf into it, understanding it a little bit more. All right, so this double, I'm gonna blame on the MLM2 Pro, just to make myself feel better. But 3 over, 75 in round 2, shot 71 in round 1. You know, that's not all that bad. We didn't. The goal was to finish even, and we didn't. But if we look here, refresh. '23rd, and if we go to like just by who's finished, we're in 11th out of 23. So we are in the top half technically of those who have finished. Top half and above give you world golf ranking points. Prior to this, I was just playing par 3, so I never had any world golf ranking points. So if I go on here, you know, guys like J-Lag, Joe Legowski, 9th in the world. Josh Adi, who's got YouTube, he's up here as well. There he is, 27th. Like Mitchie and Les seem to win everything. Stevenson, he posts some of his rounds. But they play mostly every week. I finally started getting world golf ranking points. Find myself, I think, somewhere up in here. Where is it? There it is, 212 with 12 world golf ranking points. So 212. So I figured out last week that if you go to the world golf ranking, like none of the rounds that I had one round that counted, and then I never had any rounds count towards the world golf ranking. So it was like one of the first rounds I played on SG ever counted. I must have gotten, I got 0.2 points for like 103rd place. But then on the SGT Tour, a top 10 only got me 2 points. On the Pro Tour, a top 50 got me twice as much points. So the Pro Tour being much more heavily weighted. And then a 38th place on the Pro Tour last week got me 6 points. So I don't know what a tips tour event will give me. We'll have to see. I haven't got any SGT points for a tips tour, but maybe this week I can. You only get world golf ranking points if you're in the top 50% of the field that week, and then they have a point structure for your place finish. Yeah, the whole what do you call it? Rapsodo costing me, you know, points here and there or shots here and there. It's kind of baked in the cake, I feel like sometimes. It's like it is an MLM2 Pro. Every now and then that's kind of part of it, but it's frustrating. Definitely frustrating. Playing the Alps course right now. Yeah, I just think the visual on it's cool too, on the Alps course. Like it's all really bright colors. They got the cows everywhere. It's not insanely difficult, so like playing it with groups of people is fun. I played that one on I think the par 3 tour had it, is how I got introduced to it. Most of the courses I've gotten from SGT putting them out. It's been the weekly course for the SGT event. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna call it a night. 12:45 here. Gonna get some sleep. I think I'll be on tomorrow. I'm not sure though. We'll see. Probably 9:30 p.m. tomorrow. But appreciate you guys. Stu, thanks for hanging out. Razor, anybody else who's still in the chat, have a good night and thanks for watching. See ya.